Today on this spooky episode of WSRH Extra, we take a look at a pumpkin patch that's raising money to help kids make a difference.
Also, we head to a family-friendly fall festival.
Plus, we see how much our hawks really know about Halloween. WSRH Extra starts now. Welcome to this special Halloween episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Grace Trowbridge.
And I'm Magali Nietzsche. Every year, children of all ages dress up in costume and trick-or-treat for Halloween candy. However, for some, Halloween has a much bigger meaning.
One local dedicated her life to showing kids that Halloween is more than just snacks and scares. WSRH Extra reporter Rachel Clark takes us to Boo at the Zoo.
Colored horns. That's right. We're at the Palm Beach Zoo, and today is an exciting day. It's the first day of Boo at the Zoo. This is a great event that the zoo does every year. We want an opportunity to really give trick-or-treating fun at the zoo.
Although Boo at the Zoo is a great way for kids to have some spooky fun, for some, this event is the perfect place to spread a message. At the age of 3, a disease known as retinoblastoma unexpectedly took the life of little Joey Bergsma.
This is why after he passed needlessly, I knew this was the perfect place to get the message out. But this zoo gave him such joy. So I knew after he passed away that we needed to get this information in everybody's hands. When I was 10 years old, if somebody would have told me, I would have been able to save Joey's eye, his sight, and his life.
After the loss of Joey, his grandma Pam dedicated the rest of her life to promoting awareness for this life-threatening disease. She says she realizes the real miracle is that Joey is to be the last child to die needlessly.
This is the instrument that would have saved Joey's eye and his sight, and his life would not have been jeopardized if it would have been used and used correctly.
The instrument Pam refers to is an ophthalmoscope, and if used correctly, could have prevented Joey and many other children's death.
Joey's journey, although short, his message was very important. He loved this zoo. He called it Joey's Zoo. He'd be sitting there in his stroller kicking his leg and he'd say, when my bad boo-boo's gone, I'm going to Joey's Zoo. And he never did get back to Joey's Zoo. But he's here every year for Boo, that he always loved Boo at the zoo. And his plaque is here, and we come visit here all the time. So Joey's at his zoo every day. I can feel him.
I said, Joey, I'm so grateful that you chose me to be your grandma.
In the coming months, Pam and the rest of her family plan to push a bill into legislation with the goal of 20/20 vision in 2020. For WSRH Extra, I'm Rachel Clark.
Every spooky season, people all across the nation carve pumpkins. But what many don't think about is what the money these patches raise is being used for. One pumpkin patch in West Palm Beach has decided to use its proceeds to make a difference. WSRH Extra reporter Riley Sullivan takes us to Trinity United Church.
Trinity Church Pumpkin Patch, located off a military trail, provides a family-friendly fall activity run by the youth church members.
And this is the Trinity United Methodist Church, and we just call this the Pumpkin Patch. All the proceeds from the Pumpkin Patch should go towards our youth ministry. The middle school and the high school students get to go on amazing trips outside and in the state.
The youth come in, the youth from middle school through high school, senior and high school, come in and they work. This is their first real job per se. The money that is raised through the pumpkin patch is divided amongst the hours and the students. And then each student ends up with an allotment of money. That money can be pulled from their pumpkin patch fund to help pay for their expenses for the bus and the food and that sort of thing.
This patch has been here for many years, but for others, a lifetime.
I have been attending Trinity since I was 5 years old. When it started here, we had just the chapel and the sanctuary and the fellowship hall. And now we have a K-8 program, a preschool program, and I've just watched it grow.
Getting a unique pumpkin is no problem here, but visitors can also start the fall season off right by enjoying a classic recipe.
We sell pumpkins of various shapes and sizes and colors. Every year we get a different set of pumpkins. We get at least 3 trucks a year. Currently we only have one load out here. We've got another truck coming next week, I believe. And we also have this pumpkin bread that is divine.
Not only do people come here for all things pumpkin, but it's also a great spot for your next photo shoot.
My friends and I actually came here to take pictures for our Instagrams and to get pumpkins because we're having a fall party in a couple of weeks.
From the wide variety of pumpkins to their famous pumpkin bread, there are no tricks here, just treats. For WSRH Extra, I'm Riley Sullivan.
During the spookiest month of the year, you typically think trick-or-treating, costumes, and candy. However, not all cultures celebrate the holiday the same way. WSRH Extra reporter Ashley Pellicone gives us an inside look at a fall fiesta.
It's holiday season, and each fall, the Riverside of Jupiter hosts a fall festival honoring the Day of the Dead to get everyone in the spooky spirit.
Here at the Riverside, we do one. This will be our fall fest we do every year, usually the first week of October. And here we have our animal house. We have Jupiter Bounce here with our bounce houses. We have our toddler area. We have face painting. And then up front, the DJ has all of his hula hoops and his little contest that he has going on.
One visitor, Nora Minicino, says it's a great place to spend some time with her family and get everyone excited for the festivities.
I really like all of the interaction with the kids and all the children that are here. It's very family friendly, lots to do, all ages. It's cool.
With the fall season just beginning and the weather cooling down, this event allows the community to get out of the house and have some family fun.
You know, we try and change it up, usually something around the time. You know, when we started, we did Halloween a lot. We looked at the calendar and just noticed that this was a holiday closer to the event. It's just getting bigger and bigger every year. It's really something nice to see. You know, it's really our first event of the year where we can get outside, where it's not as hot.
Some people say that this festival has it all, from local vendors selling products to die for, to fun festivities for children, such as face painting skulls so scary, even skeletons' bones will rattle. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ashley Pellicone.
Many of the Halloween traditions we know today were brought to America by Irish and Scottish immigrants. But how much do our Hawks really know about the meaning and origin of Halloween? WSRH Extra reporter Ann Perry has the answer.
What were jack-o'-lanterns originally made out of?
Squash?
Cantaloupe.
Squash?
People's heads. Squash.
Some kind of squash.
That's correct. In 2018, what was the most popular Halloween costume?
Jessica Rabbit.
Elsa.
Stranger Things girl. 11.
Like Trump or something?
Fortnite.
The correct answer was Fortnite characters. How did you know that? What Christian holiday is Halloween contracted from?
The devil's birthday?
Resurrection.
Was it the Day of the Dead?
De los Muertos.
Christmas.
All Hallows Eve.
Where was the first written record of children using the phrase trick or treat from?
The Bible.
Ireland.
Is it Denmark? Iceland.
No.
Afghanistan.
How long ago was Halloween thought to be created?
1939.
2004.
7 years ago.
400 years.
1940.
6,000 years ago.
It seems the Hawks are having trouble brewing up some answers. We hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ann Perry.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we show you how you can stay safe this Halloween season.
Plus, this week's Edit to the Beat.
Halloween is a day for trick-or-treating, dressing up, and carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. As fun as this sounds, Halloween is one of the most dangerous days of the year for kids. That's why it's important to stay safe. Never walk into a stranger's house. Bring home all your candy to be inspected by an adult, and make sure not to take candy that isn't commercially wrapped. Be careful when crossing the street. Always look both ways. Stay with an adult and be sure to walk on the sidewalk and plan a safe route home. Have fun and happy Halloween. If you see any suspicious behavior or you're in danger, be sure to call 911.
Coming up in WSRH Sports, we meet a new soccer coach here at the Ridge.
Plus, we debate whether college athletes should receive a paycheck. For those stories and more, we go to WSRH Sports anchor Emily Carbosi. Hey, Emily!
Thanks, guys. Currently, there has been some debate on whether or not college football players should be paid. California, along with other states, are looking into passing a law that would make paying their college players possible. WSRH sports reporter Justin Backer gives us the pros and cons of paying college athletes.
California recently passed SB 206, also known as the Fair Pay to Play Act. Under this bill, student athletes in California may now have the ability to ink endorsement deals and make a profit off their name and likeness. This does not mean, however, that schools will directly pay their student athletes. Instead, students can sign deals with companies to use their image to make money as long as the deal does not directly conflict or compete with any school sponsorship. Why does it make sense that March Madness makes the NCAA billions of dollars when the stars aren't even seeing a penny? Just look at the coaches. Most of the top-tier coaches in the NCAA make millions of dollars. Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney, for instance, inked a deal worth $91 million. Now, don't get me wrong here, Dabo is one of the brightest minds in all of football, but the fact that he makes more than some professional athletes may create a disconnect on the field. It's not just the coaches that benefit from having all these great athletes. According to the Washington Post, schools who won or played in a national championship game saw an increase in the amount of applicants to the school. More applicants means more money. Now, I'm not saying what the NCAA provides to their athletes is nothing, as a 4-year scholarship and room and board is still a pretty penny, but if you're the University of Texas and making $182 million in football revenue like Business Insider reports, isn't there a way to give some to the players who made you that money? Last year, Zion Williamson was a star for Duke basketball. Before he even stepped foot on campus, he was already a huge name. But he couldn't make a dime until he left Duke. If anything were to happen to Zion while he was at Duke that ended his career prematurely, he would have lost out on millions of dollars that could have changed his life. Even in instances where schools have been caught paying their players, the ones who are punished the most are the student athletes themselves. When USC was caught paying players, the school was hit with a variety of sanctions, including vacated wins and scholarship limits. This severely hurt USC's athletic program, while the head coach was able to jump ship to the Seattle Seahawks while his players felt the real effects. USC is still feeling these effects of scholarship limits today, and while Reggie Bush did give up the Heisman he won, you don't think he still calls himself a Heisman winner? Passing a bill nationally that would allow for all college athletes to use their likeness would eliminate the black market and shadiness that is NCAA recruiting and would benefit both student athletes and schools alike by creating more transparency.
The Hawks soccer teams are back out on the field this week for tryouts. While getting ready for another season ahead, they also have to adjust to a new head coach for the girls this year. WSRH sports reporter Haley Bass introduces us to Coach Tribbin.
After 5 years, the girls' varsity soccer team welcomes not only a new coach but a new teacher here at the Ridge.
I've been a teacher here for 3 months.
Along with the new coach comes new methods and new styles, which players seem to be excited about.
My thoughts are it's a new opportunity for us to have a new coach, and there's so many new things to teach us and our new style of play, so I'm kind of excited.
Our new coach seems to have plans put away for the next season, along with a few expectations from the players.
My plans are to make a run at the district title this season.
One of our senior players gives us her opinion on how she personally feels about the upcoming season.
We'd feel pretty excited because we've had the same coach for the past 3 years, and this coach has so much more to bring us, and new ways to play, a new way of thinking, and a new way of attacking and defending. So yeah. Mentally, I'm feeling really strong. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to put 110% in and make sure that this season's going to be a great season. But physically, since I'm in a boot, then that's kind of holding me back. But I know when I come back, I'm going to come back stronger, and I'm super excited to play this season.
We are looking forward to kicking off the new season. For WSRH Extra, I'm Haley Bass.
From college fields back to the Ridge, athletes all around are experiencing changes this season. For WSRH Sports, I'm Emily Carboci.
Thanks, Emily. Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at SeminoleRidgeTV. I'm Grace Trowbridge.
And I'm Magali Nicho. We leave you with this week's Edit to the Beat by Shelby Hatcher and Lauren Plancarte.